What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Pacific Rim 2 Uprising review. So if you are new to the channel, if you enjoyed the video, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like before you leave, and also subscribe down below by ringing that bell button to get notifications. That would be really awesome if you could do that. But Pacific Rim, I keep saying specific, I don't know why, but Pacific Rim was one of my favourite monster movies of all time. I do love the old style Godzilla films, and I also love the mech anime. My favourite obviously being Gundam Wing, and Neon Genesis Evangelion was also amazing as well. And the awesome Guillermo del Toro decided to blend these two, smash them together, and we got one of the most original and kind of fun movies, kind of the most we've had in quite a while. But it's been a couple of years, and I was very skeptical when they decided to make a sequel to Pacific Rim, because really the whole story ended. We had the world saved and that was it. Where can we actually go from there? So there will be no spoilers in this video, because I don't want to do a spoiler review. I actually want to talk to people who are kind of a bit skeptical like myself. I didn't really think that there was no need for a second movie. I was excited to see what they could do with it, with the battles between the kaijus and the Jaegers, and really most of our characters perished. So this is the story of Stacker Pentecost's son. We've got John Boyega, aka Finn from Star Wars, and here he is playing, like I said, the son of Stacker Pentecost, the hero who saved the world. Now, this is very similar to the sequel to Independence Day. So Independence Day 2 followed the son of Will Smith's character as he proceeded to try and save the world. And really, it's the same story. It's very similar. However, if you look aside the cliche tropes of the movie, it's just a hell of a lot of fun. It's a good way to spend the Sunday. I went early in the morning on Sunday to watch it, or today, and it was a lot of fun. The best part of the movie comes at the end, when the major fights actually happen. And it's an interesting, what I liked at the start was we look at how the world moved on and what happened post kind of, I'm not sure what they call it. They didn't have like an event day, but it was what happened when the credits started rolling and what happened after that. But one thing I did feel was a problem with this movie was the fact that we never really got to see much of the outside world. We saw a very insular story. We never learned of really anything. We had a shoehorned kind of subplot of the Jaegers and people being replaced, because the actual way to control the Jaegers is really tough, because obviously you need to be drift compatible. Yeah, I still think that's lame. But you need to have two of those people, and they decided to get drones, which, yeah, you can tell where this is going to go. So really, the start of this movie, we did see John Boyega's character actually in some sort of problem. He's in trouble with the law, and to me, it opened up very much like Transformers. It felt like an opening of Transformers, especially, I can't remember exactly the Transformers movie, like the one that deals with after all of the events that happen after the first movie, and the second and the third, where it's kind of set in Chicago and it's set in the ruins. It's very similar to that. So it seems like they've got Independence Day. They've also gone and got Transformers as well and stuck that in the mix. And we have a kid come out of nowhere to help save the world, which, yeah, I know. It's so cliche, so cringy. And while the first one was very self-aware and very understanding of this, it took itself seriously enough, and it also kind of bucked the trend a bit of these monster movies and was a bit better. The sequel isn't just as good. I don't think it's as good as the first one whatsoever, but it was, like I said, a lot of fun, and we get to see the world a bit more and see the characters, although there aren't really that many characters returning. We had Mako, we had the Charlie Day, and the other scientist, dude, the weird one, who is an English actor. I can't remember his name, but we see those return. And Charlie Day's character actually, Newt plays a huge role in this movie as well, and Charlie Day is, as always, very, very endearing. So, like I said, it's not really as good. It feels like a watered down version, and I think that if this film didn't exist, the mythos wouldn't really suffer all that much. Now, the acting was pretty good. We had Scott Eastwood here in the movie, and his chemistry with Finn Boyega just was very, very good. Those two kind of clicked instantly. And at times I was thinking, am I watching Clint Eastwood? Because he literally looks like his father. It's uncanny, which I thought was really, really jarring at times, but I can't blame him for looking like his dad, because he's his dad's son. However, we did have a few young kids as well. It did really focus on the young recruits here as well, very much like Independence Day 2. And this was a lot of the story. It felt like a bit like Ender's Game, that kind of thing, where they are kind of trying to save the world. And I did like the twist on the story here, as there isn't a kind of return to the breaches and things like that. There isn't things coming out left, right, and centre like there was in the original. We had pretty much the first half of the movie was the redemption of Stagger Pentecost's son and training this new bunch of recruits. And then it all goes to pot with the drone program later on in the movie. And the first half of the movie felt completely different to the second one. It just felt like two completely different films, which I thought was really weird. And I wasn't too big on that, to be honest, because it seems like they wanted to have this a load of story, then have all the action that we had in the first movie and condense it down together. But the CGI was looking amazing. The Jaegers looked cool. We had, my favourite probably would be the Sapphire, the one with the two kind of samurai swords. They looked so, so cool, and the action was stunning here as well. Like I said, the story was a bit weak. It felt like they just had to come out of, because like I said, in the first movie, everything was resolved. So they have to engineer and kind of shoehorn a way for kaijus to return, which they did here, and it just was obvious from the absolute start. So yeah, there is that. And like I said, the action was amazing, and it's just a lot of fun. If you enjoyed the first one, you're really, honestly, actually going to enjoy this one, because it's just mindless, complete action, and the whole plot centers around Mount Fuji, which, to be honest, why couldn't they actually do that in the original? The plot just doesn't really make a lot of sense at times. But like I said, you have amazing Jaeger versus Kaiju action here, which, yeah, that's what you come for. That's what you pay the price of admission to actually watch. So, at the end of the day, it's a monster movie. And you've got robots fighting monsters. What else is there not to love? And it's a bit better than Transformers. Just a bit. Just a tad. But they leave it open-ended as well, and I can see that we will be going straight forward to fight to the precursor that I mentioned. Again, just like not Mission, I keep thinking Mission Impossible 2, but what I actually mean is Independence Day 2. So, yeah, very much paralleled. Weird. However, that is it for this video. Please drop a like. Please do subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.